Welcome back, everybody. Again, I'm Bob Calvert, founder of TalkingWithHeroes.com. To find out all the video episodes from the R4Alliance National Conference, go to our news site, thankyouforyourservice.us. We're here with another veteran, also a preacher, and he is with a Pause for People program.
Right.
And it's pause, ptsmstcenters.org. So welcome to the program. Start out, tell a little bit about your service and your ministry, too.
Sure. I was in service first time 68 to 71 as an air crewman in the Navy. Came out a disabled veteran. After I went to undergraduate and graduate school, I tried to get back in as a chaplain in the Navy, and they wouldn't take me because they kicked me out because of my knee. The Army not only took me, but they cleared me to jump out of airplanes, so go figure that.
Okay.
You know, but that's all then, this is now. I'm a part of an organization called Pause for People, Pause for Vets, and we're in the process of developing centers to help deal with PTS, post-traumatic stress, military sexual trauma, and other issues dealing with combat veterans. What we do is we provide service dogs. They're dogs that we take when they are little babies. We don't use the rescue dogs, but we take small pups. They immediately after they leave their mothers go to a prison for about a year to a year and a half. Then they will meet the potential client, the potential veteran, or the veteran who is a potential client, and the dogs will actually select who their veteran's going to be. After that, they will be transferred down to University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where students who are in a course learning how to train will train the dogs in access to the population. Okay. During that time, the veterans will learn to work with the dogs, and then they will move into a period of training the dogs specifically for what the situation is that they need help with. For example, post-traumatic stress. Have you ever seen a miracle face to face?
Seen a miracle?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about miracles. Have you heard a lot about miracles?
Things happen sometimes.
Absolutely. I've seen, but have you ever seen one face to face? Well, I saw one face to face the first time that I went to watch one of these training sessions. And here's what happened. There's a fellow who was a Vietnam veteran, and since Vietnam, he had been unable to function in society. If he was in Walmart and they said, clean up on aisle 4, he'd freak out and run all the way across Wilmington, and it'd take him 3 days to find him. Within 4 weeks of getting his dog, being trained in how to address these triggers, these post-traumatic stress triggers that, if you know about post-traumatic stress, you're going to have them all your life. But we train the veteran and we train the dog how to mitigate those triggers. So instead of freaking out and being totally lost for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, immediately through intentional transfer training, they can go from a 10 down to a 2 and be back in control. It's the most remarkable thing I've ever seen.
So the service dogs are trained for that individual veteran?
They are.
Okay.
And the other way around.
And the other way around.
Now, what happened was, when I saw this, I'm going, Jiminy Christmas. This fellow had been in the jungle, so he didn't like confined spaces. So we're walking up the aisle of a Lowe's. He's got his dog there, and they're working with the dog. He didn't like loud noises, so he's nervous. He's working with his dog still. One of the trainers dropped a box of nails on that hard floor, and it sounded like a bomb going off. It really did. And Walter went like this, but immediately, instead of running, he went to the dog, started rubbing the dog's ears, and said, "Don't worry, that's just some son of a trying to scare both of us."
Oh my gosh.
So it took that trigger from a 10 down to a 2 instantaneously.
I see what you mean, where they're both trained.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we are combining that, and it's story after story. Go to the website for Pause, the number 4, people, or Pause, number 4, vets, and story after story about veterans. This fellow had been on 18 different drugs. He's now on 3. He had not been with his family since Vietnam. He's now talking with his family, spending time with his kids. He had not kept a job. He's been working. Okay? It is remarkable. We all know that dogs are great. Okay? Paws for Vets. The biggest problem we have is that we can only provide one dog for every 150 applicants. Okay? So we're working on it.
Yeah,
we're working on it. But we're here at this conference trying to help us resource some of the things that we're going to need to be doing at our centers. Okay? For example, recreational therapy. Okay? We don't have recreational therapists. Okay? We can use some of these other organizations. They can help us with our business plan. Okay? So it's been very helpful. Sure is. And I appreciate what you're doing. God bless you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, before we leave,
Yes.
if you could just look at the camera and give a shout out to our troops.
Folks, we love you. You're doing a great job. We're proud of you. Be safe, and we'll see you when you get home.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Well, folks, once again, another episode of the Talking with Heroes talk show program. And we're going to have to get Matt out in front of the camera here somehow in the next few minutes. But we'll be back with more from the R4Alliance National Conference. Again, please share these videos every way you feel led to. Enjoy them. God bless you.